So get this, medical schools are bailing on academic merit, with some now opting out of U.S. News' popular graduate school rankings because they want to base the rankings on equity rather than on the grades and test scores of incoming students to weigh diversity over test scores and grades. Let's welcome to the show Parents Defending Education Investigative Fellow Alex Nestor. Alex, great to see you. You know, Alex, it's very simple. You ask anybody on an operating table whether they would rather have somebody who had the right ethnicity or somebody who had the right skills, and 99 times, probably 100 times out of 100, they'd say, we want the skills, definitely.
Absolutely. We're at a very frightening place if the deans at the nation's top med schools say that focusing on academic performance means that we're focusing on the wrong thing. And that's exactly right. To the patient on the operating table, identity, lived experience does not matter. What matters is that doctor's ability to save their lives.
Well, in a Wall Street Journal editorial in all this, here's what those deans, two deans from a medical school said, and I'm quoting, "We believe that the quality of medical students and future physicians is reflected in their lived experiences, intersecting identities, research accomplishments, commitment to social and racial justice, and a set of core values that are aligned with those of our school." Well, if you can have those in addition to the very basic, outstanding skills that you need to get into medical school, fine. But the question is whether they're choosing one over the other, equity over skills.
They're absolutely choosing equity over skills. You put it perfectly. The U.S. News and World Report already has a ranking of diversity at these schools. So if these deans really cared about both diversity and academic performance, then they would not be conducting this war on merit as we're seeing now.
Well, there's so many very vital occupations that require skills. I'm just thinking of pilot schools, for example. Would you rather have ethnicity, equity in a pilot, or would you rather have somebody with the skills necessary to fly an airplane? I mean, it seems crazy.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, look, the bottom line here is the war on merit means that administrators will pick kids based on immutable characteristics rather than their abilities. And that is both unconscionable and dangerous.
So you only got about 30 seconds for this. It requires a longer answer than that. But how can we stop the madness?
Well, really, how to stop this madness is by going into schools and helping kids. If you want to see all kids succeed, then you need to put in the time and put in the effort to get these kids into the nation's best high schools, colleges, and med schools. These, platitudes about anti-racism are not enough. They will not save these children, and they certainly won't save the patient on the operating table.
Absolutely. Or the flyer in the airplane. God help them. Alex Nestor, we appreciate the work you're doing. We certainly need it now more than ever. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.